It's cold today, people. It is cold. Right, what have we got going on? We're back working on the van. We got a splitter in the box. So welcome back to another video. Right, so yes, we have a splitter for the front. And this splitter is from Vanstyle. I'll put a link in the description. But for now, let's get it out, have a look what we got. So, it's a plastic splitter. It's got a polythene cover, so that's not the condition of it. That's just the wrap that's on it. So, we got some fittings in the box as well. Put that down there. Right, what we got in there? So we got some bolts and some screws to fit it on. So the plan with this video is to show you how I'm going to do it. I think first what I'm going to do is get a bit of height under the front wheels. So we'll put these blocks of wood, drive up onto it, get a little bit of height so we can get under and see what we're doing. There we are, use the box, a nice little floor mat. So to fit it, we're going to be having to bolt up through under here, so we need to make access for that. I don't want to take the bumper off. So, look under here, we've got this tray that is covering sort of access of us getting holes through here and being able to get through the other side. What I'm going to try is undo these 3 bolts under here and then see if we can stretch our hand back rather than remove it all. But if we have to remove the full tray, we will. The other thing is, I don't want to lose this lip. I see a lot of them fitted with this taken off, and I'll show you why I don't like it later, but it's because once the splitter's on, you can see through the holes down to the floor and it spoils the illusion to me. So I want to keep that for the black background, so we're going to have to look into how we're going to keep it in if we can. Right, so I've undone them 3 bolts, and vision down there, you probably can't see anything, but it's not the best. So what I'm looking at now, we've got these flaps at the end. They give us access to here, but I'm wondering whether we can just take off this whole tray. So there's a screw here, we're going to take that out. I assume we should clip off the front edge here, but it might be easier said than done. Right, so I don't know if you saw that. These holes here, if you put a screwdriver up through, push these tabs, and then they start releasing. So looks like it's coming out. Right, so we're binding up the arch. There you go. He's coming out, people. Right. Now we're talking. So now, as you can see, we got some nice access to get some bolts up under there, hopefully. Right, so with this lower lip, what I'm going to do is push it back so that it gives me a bit more room, and then it may not go back in the same position, but if you look at these clips, there's quite a range of movement. So if it sits back a bit, it won't go into its position to clip in like there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'll work something out with that, but I definitely want it behind the Vanstyle lip. So undo that screw and start clipping it off for now, and I'll work my way along here, popping it off See, and we look at trying to get it back on later. Right, so with all of that out of the way, it should be a lot easier to mark up now. Right, so we've got some clamps like that. Should make your life easier getting in position where you want it. Right, so that's it, just loosely clamped in place. I don't know if you can see what I mean, but when you can see daylight through there, I've seen them on certain pictures online, and you can see the flow through it at certain light, and I just don't like it. Maybe I'm just being picky, but it takes away from the look of it for me. If I shine a light there, you can just see straight through to the floor. It doesn't work for me, so I really want to get that trim back on just to add to the look. So what I'm going to do now is, once I've worked out exactly where it's going to go, we line up to the back edge here. We'll do that both sides, and then we look at drilling up for bolts. So we'll do all the points there, 3. I'll do 1 bolt either side, and then we got some screws if it needs any other tweaking. We'll put some salt tappers to keep it in position, but a lot of people fit splitters like this and just drive screws up, and it'll hold for a while, but eventually the screws will rip out, so don't be tempted to do it. There's another way if you want to make your life easy, I suppose. You could use something like a 3M double-sided tape, put that on, and some screws. I've done that on the side splitters actually, on that 3M tape and screws, and they stay on fine. But for the front splitters, I recommend bolting them, because they will catch a little bit of air, could hit the floor, could scrape the floor, and you rip them off. It's just screws. It's happened time after time to people. So anyway, I'm waffling. What I'm going to do now is make sure it's all in the right position I'm happy with, then go and get a drill, start drilling up through. Right, I've come up with a plan. This is what I'm going to do. I've got a 2mm drill bit on the drill. I'm going to drill and screw the middle one. I'm going to put 1 each side so it's in position where I'm happy, and then I'm going to go over and drill holes. So the kit come with 4 bolts, so I've changed my mind. I'll bolt here, I'll bolt here, 1 either side, so then we'll have a screw here, probably 1 or 2 screws either side. So the main structure will be held with the bolts, and the screws will just be a backup and an alignment tool. So I'm going to start. Right, so all is drilled. We've got our bolts and washers. We're on chucking them in. Right, so I don't know if you can see, I've used up a couple of the extra screws now, and there, and there, so there's 3 along the side. Done the same the other side, and it's just sort of beefed up the strength. I mean, if you wanted to, you could have put that bolt further back there, but I was happy with it there. These are just a little bit of extra assurance, so looking good. Let's go and take a look at it. So I'm not going to give you the full stand back reveal of it complete yet. What I wanted to look at is see whether you prefer the look. You might not even be able to tell from here, but if I move around, then you can see through the floor. So what do you think is going to look better with our trim air dam piece behind it, or without it? I mean, if you look at that angle there, that's what I don't like to see, to be honest though. But maybe I'm just being picky, maybe I'm being fussy, but we're going to get it back on somehow. Right, so let's see how it goes trying to get this piece back on. I don't think it's going to sit right back in position, but I'm pretty sure we can work with it and do something. Some of you may realise, some of you may not, but these are designed to help with fuel economy. And they do work. You'll also see sometimes a little spat behind some wheels, a miniature one of these further back into the car. They're all designed to reduce drag. That's one of the reasons I don't want to be without it. Right, well, we almost got that on. The problem we've got is up here doesn't want to fit, so I've cut a little bit off each end. Chuck him in there. So just do a little trim on that, and that should allow us to get it in properly. So I'll put it on and I'll show you the result once it's on. Right, so we got it on. It's in place. It's not sitting back as perfect as it should be, but I'm going to get that lower tray on, see if we can get that to fit up, and then I'll tweak the fit as I need to. Right, that was a little bit fiddly to get in, but it is in. Now we're going to put the 3 bolts back in on the back here. Right, it is all bolted on. The back trim, air dam, strip, whatever you want to call it, is on solid. It's kind of trapped by this under tray, so it can't move, even though it's not forward enough to go into its clips as it should be. It's still perfectly fine. But the screws in the end, bolts in the tray, and it is all finished. So what do you think? I personally think that looks a lot better looking through there when you can't see through the gaps. Let's move it to this angle. You can make up your own mind on that, but for me it definitely looks a lot better closed off. Let's have a look standing back. I think that looks pretty smart. That just sets off the front end a lot. I'm really happy with that. What do you think? I think that's flipping cool. So I got that from Vanstyle, and like I said earlier, I'll put a link in the description, but I'll just give you a quick look around before we finished. Get some nice sort of close-ups here. I think I might peel that sticker off. It's a little bit wonky and it's not, I don't know what that's about, so I think we can lose I'll have to clean off the glue. But yes, let me scan you around. Looks pretty cool indeed. Happy with that. Looks good. Nice shine on it. Very happy. Right, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. You know what, let's have one more look with it down off the blocks. That is mint. It's gagging for a new set of wheels though. Gagging for it. But boy, does that look nice. What do you think, Benj? Do you like that? Yes. Beautiful. Very happy.